my channel. As y'all could see from the title, we will be talking about budgeting today. But before I get to it, I did want to point out that I chopped off my hair and I love it. Spring and summer, they're right around the corner, so it's gonna get hot here in Texas. So yeah, there was a phase though where I felt like a 12-year-old boy, but I'm over that. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about budgeting today, guys. Let's get it started. So budgeting. So budgeting is important because you're ensuring yourself whether or not you have enough money for the things that you need, or the things that you want, or even the things that you want to accomplish. That was my cat. So budgeting is simply balancing your expenses with your income. If you are spending more than what you are getting in, what your income is, then that's when we have a problem. So budgeting will allow you to be able to see how much money you're able to save for any goal you may have. So for example, vacation, home buying, a car, kids, marriage, school, or just even save for a rainy day. There's so many things that you could save, and or why also it's important to save, which I will talk about in a later video. So there are many different types of budgets. So for example, there's a bare bones budget, a cash only budget, there's a time-based budget, and there's many more. So today what I'm going to really touch on is the time-based budget, because that's the one that I mainly use. And it's really beneficial on how I budget, how I sort my bills. It just helps me the best. So a time-based budget plan is anything that needs to be tracked within a specific time. So for example, such as like a weekly, monthly, or even yearly time-based. So if you get paid weekly or bi-weekly, I would honestly recommend the weekly budget with the monthly snapshot. This budget, so this is the type of budget that I do, and I'll be showing you exactly how I do it later on in the video. So a monthly budget is pretty common as well. So no matter how you get paid, if it's bi-weekly, weekly, monthly, daily, it doesn't matter. You still have monthly reoccurring bills that are due each month. So it's the same bill. So for example, your rent or your mortgage or your car, your cell phone, electric, utilities, things like that. So I love doing the monthly snapshots to where I could see when all my bills are due and how much they are. I'll show you my budget journal that I also created by myself. I created the Excel sheets and the journal I put together myself. I'm also planning to do that for a different video, showing you guys my process of how to build my own budget journal. So that'll be a different video. Let me go ahead and just show you my journal so I could go into detail on how I do my budgeting to where it may help you too. Let's hope. Okay, so this is my journal that I created myself. This was actually a folder that I cut. I really love the cover of it, so I just cut it, punched some holes, bought these. And again, I'll talk about how I did the journal in a different video. If y'all see my thumb, I broke my nail, so don't judge me. It's not within my budget to go get them redone, okay? So I have 3 sheets in my journal that just repeat. So the first one is the monthly budget. And as you can see, I have the month, and then I have checking account, starting balance, ending balance. And then I have one for my savings account, the starting balance and ending balance. And then I have down here one that says savings goals. And then I have like my goal date on when I want to accomplish this goal by, the goal name. So for example, like vacation to Tennessee, that's my favorite spot. So then goal to save monthly and goal total. And then down here is actual save this month, how much I actually saved, and the goal balance, so how much I currently have. The goal total is how much I need to have to be able to go on my trip. And then goal to save monthly is, for example, I need to save $100 each month, But yeah, so then down here it just tells me the actual balances that I actually have and that I actually was able to save. So this is the monthly budget, but this is my bank account information. So this isn't really necessarily the budget. I just have it written down on how much I started and how much I ended with in the month. But this is not my monthly snapshot. I just kind of wanted to go over it. Next, I have scrap paper. This is just scrap paper to where I do my math. I like doing my math, writing everything down. So if I start off in my account with, you know, $1,000, for example, I subtract all my bills and I like writing it down. So something that I didn't mention earlier is, yes, I am a time-based budgeter, but within that time-based budgeter, I'm a weekly budgeter. So I get paid bi-weekly, and so basically I like calling it a paycheck budgeter. So every single time I get my paycheck, I sit down and I start budgeting. And I like doing it that way because I feel like I'm more involved than just sitting once a month or once every 2 months or whatever the case is to see, you know, my finances. I like being on top of my finances, but budgeting, I do sit down at least twice a month and budget everything. I like being in control. So I am a time-based paycheck budgeter. So every single time I get my paycheck, I do sit down and I do budget. So now my monthly bill tracker, this is the one that I use all the time and I absolutely love it. So with the monthly bill tracker, you have on top bill, amount paid, due date, paid, and then I of course write down the month. So for example, this month, March, I'll write down March. I'll write down all my bills on this side and then I write amount due. So I do have a credit card that my husband and we bought all our new furniture. We just bought a house not that long ago, so we bought furniture and we put it on the credit card. We do have a plan on paying it before interest starts, you know, kicking in. So then the amount due on here, I always put the total amount that we owe on the card. So then where it says amount paid is what I paid monthly towards that bill. And then the due date, which is very important because we want to make sure we pay our bills on time. And then whether or not I paid that bill, then I just check off where it says paid. So then it gives me a monthly snapshot on when all my bills are due and how much I owe and what bills I owe. And then I just go in whenever I get paid, I break it down, right? So the first paycheck of the month goes towards the bills that I won't be able to pay on time if I wait till my next check. So that's how I do my monthly budgeting. I love having it written down. I love just checking it off. A lot of people, you could actually create your own spreadsheets. I did create this spreadsheet like I mentioned earlier. You can leave it on your computer, laptop, and you could just do it that way. But me, I have to have it written down. It's just something that it's like memory based. I don't know how to explain it, but to me, I rather write it down and know that I checked it off, because if I just type it, I'm not going to remember. So then I'm just going to be thinking, oh crap, did I pay that bill? You know, was that bill paid? So it's just just my way. There's different ways that you could do your own, you know, budgeting spreadsheets on the computer or just written down. But that's completely up to you. The point of this video is to kind of just show you the importance of budgeting, why it's important, how you can budget, and you just have to, if you don't budget, my goal here is to get you to start to budget. You'll have more control of your finances that way, and you'll be able to save. Because if you don't budget, you don't know what you're spending, how much you're spending, where you could cut off, you know, things, or if you really want to go on a trip and you just don't know whether or not you have enough money, you could budget to where next year you could make that trip, or next year you could buy that new car, you know? So I know I just went on a rant, but it's so important for you to take control of your finances, and I really hope that I'm able to help you do that with these videos. That's my goal here. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much it for my budgeting video, and I will be making more videos on savings, the importance of savings, how you could save, how to even get started with saving, and just little things like that. So if there's anything that you want to know specifically, please write it down in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to, if I don't know, to do my research to be able to help you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!